this live wouldn't connect to my phone because I clicked the wrong button. Such is life, I'm afraid. So now I have to let you all know I'm live again. I also really would like this to move around so that I can see everything. So give me a sec. I'm just not very good at technology, and I think we all just need to make peace with the fact that I'm not very good with technology. I don't mean to be crap, it's just there's so much to remember all the freaking time. So, I'm going to bring my computer over so I can see you all. And then I have to go and edit this so that you all know that I'm here. How frustrating. We're going to do that one. Is that the right one? OCS. It is. Good. Okay, so there we go. At least now you guys know where I am. I have prepped 4 Vixens. Hello, everybody. I've prepped 4 Vixens. They're all a bit different. I like that. I don't like repeating myself too much, although I do love this bag. So I just kind of make lots of little adjustments and it makes me happy. So the bottom one has an accent and is all vinyl exterior. And then this one has HTV color changing and will have different strap connectors, and it's Jack Skellington. This one I'm pretty sure I was going to do piping with. And then the top one is the closest to original, but I did DTF, and I took a photo of the lining and then made AI design this for me this morning at like 6:30. So lots of stuff, lots of different bags. I like doing lives because it makes me sit here and actually do stuff instead of getting sidetracked with life. So with that being said, I don't really know where I want to start. We're going to do rainbow thread for the top one. Probably white thread for Jack Skellington. I also anticipate I'm going to get hungry, so that's why I'm eating now, because we all know that I get so hungry I have to get off the lives. So I'm trying to prevent such a problem. Maybe we'll do this one first. So I've got Lord of the Rings, Jack Skellington, Skulls and Flowers, and then Disney villains. Very cool. And then I thought rainbow thread because the lining is super rainbowy. I haven't picked hardware for this either, so we're going to do that together. But this was the fabric. So I took a photo of this, put it into Gemini AI, and it produced that, which I thought was pretty fantastically close. Close enough for me anyway. This looks like a different color to this. Do I have more than one rainbow thread? I'm wondering if maybe I do. Oh, whatever. I also got new snips. Ready? Ready, ready? These are my favorite kind, where they join and don't have a hinge. My local place Sewing Trade sell these, so I bought myself new snips because I am so sick of fighting it while doing a video, because it just seems pointless. I love that I've got everybody from all over the world here. So good. Also, people that are doing the Swapsy, I will be doing a video on what I'm going to pack. But I won't release it until I know they've got their package. Oh, maybe I will. I don't actually really know. But for those doing the Swapsy, you should start at least plotting what you're going to get. I am going to buy nothing that's not already in my house. I've already decided that as a rule, because I have so much stuff here. I do not need to buy more. It's a bad habit of mine. I'm also, after this, going to go and buy one of those mini Bluetooth speakers that all the influencers use, because I'm finding that quite often... Oh, crap, I already dropped something. I am finding that my phone sometimes goes a bit crackly, which is just rude, if you ask me. It's driving me nuts, and we're not putting up with it. So I'm going to get a Bluetooth mini speaker that clips under my clothes, and then that way the sound should always be consistent. Sometimes I forget I'm technically an influencer and should already have all this stuff, but, you know, whatever. I'm only influencing you to be creative. So, everything else is on you. If you want to buy all the cool shit I've got, that's great. Okay, so this side, we're going to fold it. So this is my Tory pocket. For those that don't know, I broke my template. So I had another template, but it's the 3/8, so size 3 zipper hole, which is obviously not the same. So now I have to draw on the rectangle every time, which is kind of annoying, but at least I still have a template. And after my market, I probably will treat myself to a new template. I managed to break like 3 in a month. It was tragic. And now I'm officially out. So we're just gonna draw it because I know it, because I designed it. Hello, hello. So UK, Norway, I'm sure we've got Spain, America, probably some Aussies here. Love it, love it. So as of, I think I'm gonna do it as of my next market. So my next market is on like the 6th or the 7th of next month. It's the Sunday. Not this Sunday, next Sunday. It's pretty much as easy as that is. So next Sunday I've got my last market for the year, unless I decide to impulsively go to like a regular weekly market. I don't know, we'll see. But after that, I am going to sit down and do a lot with my website. So one of the things I'm going to do is work out how much I am charging for DTF designs so that I can start offering them to you guys, because that's fun. I can't do awesome like 2-meter gang sheets like you see online. The machine doesn't allow that. It's only got so much space at this point. So I can do multiple designs on a page, which if you've watched any of my videos, you've probably seen that. But what I can't do is like a forever continuous line. But I will work out how much to charge, because I've got to work out how much it costs and everything. And then I will offer them on the website. And the reason we love getting them from me specifically is because I understand how big they need to be for a bag. You also don't have to buy from me at all. It's fine. I am quite capable of using all the ink of the universe all by myself, let's be honest. But I will be offering them to those that want them. Those that are near me, you can do a local pickup. That's also fine. But I should be able to get them in like those large, giant envelopes. So I'm going to obviously go and buy some green ones. And then I can send you DTFs. Because how fun. I think it's fun. But I need to work out how much they cost. And it's research and it's time I don't really have right now. Because like I said, I have a market in like a week and a half, basically. And I have no handbags because my last market, I did a half price on all of my older stock. And so now I'm out of stock. So we kind of need to get onto that. Rainbow thread, also absolutely the right call here. Looks amazing. Hi Tori, does the Swapsy need to be posted by the 5th? No, it has to be posted by the 5th. So you've got like weeks to post it, because if you're in Australia specifically, Ozpost is very unpredictable. Very unpredictable. So long as it's in the mail and you need to add the tracking number to the website, or you'll start getting emails from me as of the 6th of December going, have you posted it? What's going on? Why haven't you done this, right? So the website is how I am tracking to make sure that everyone is sending what they said they've sent. So I need you, once you've posted it, I need you to go in and put in the tracking, because one person one time did a beautiful thing. They made a horror thing, and then they went to like Stephen King's house and took a photo of the bag on the fence and then posted it, but we forgot to put down the tracking number, and so then it got lost to the world, which was really sad because that was the coolest gift. I would have been so happy. And so then I got a lot of angry messages from the recipient being like, I didn't get my package. And it was all just a big drama, which is, I don't like drama. I am like the anti-drama over here. I don't need drama in my life. I live quite happily drama-free in my little bubble, and it's wonderful. I know some people thrive on drama. I don't mind, like, watching a bit of drama-y stuff, like those Am I the Asshole posts. They quite amuse me, but I'm not inviting that kind of drama to my house and into my life. It feels like a terrible plan, if you ask me. So the Swapsies do bring a bit of drama. They are a lot to organise. But it's fine. I don't really know who did what to who. I don't know who got who. I'm not really in charge of that stuff. That's what the website's for. But if you got someone that's close enough to drop it off at their house and you feel comfortable doing that, that's fine. But you still need to go into the website and say, hey, it's been delivered. Because I need to know. I don't want to have to chase people if possible. And I'm hoping that this time around, all 20 of us send our stuff out, because that'd be nice. Then I don't have to chase anybody. Amazing. But yeah, so the posting, especially getting closer to Christmas, can be unpredictable. It might be delivered in 3 days and it might be delivered in 2 weeks. So long as it's in the mail with the tracking in the website by the 5th of December, I will not come for you. I promise. Where is... Oh my god, it's so hot in here today. I've got the air conditioning on. I don't think it's helping. This stuff is a bit slippery. I don't know if you guys have ever worked with this kind of like nylon waterproof canvas. It's very slippery. Don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it's pretty. But slippery. I don't like moving fabrics. They annoy me, for lack of a better word. Back. Chop. Oh, I love these new snips. This is a reminder that snips are a great stocking stuffer. To yourself or for others. They'd be awesome. Mine is nearly completed to go. Mine isn't. I've written down all the likes because they have now put it into the list. I was going to do it yesterday, and then instead you all saw I went around and named all of my machines because I let my intrusive thoughts win, and it was really fun to do. I regret nothing. And then I was going to do it today, but I also don't have any empty tubs. So by doing this live, empties the tubs for me to then prep the stuff to make the Swapsie. It's all a process because I'm not just dumping stuff out. It's how you get more chaos than is necessary. So it's fine. I will be doing it. Maybe tomorrow I'll do my one. We shall see. I'm pretty sure I've got all the stuff here needed. My Swapsie partner will be getting a bracelet because I can and because it amuses me. And I might even do it all as a live so I can just, you know, just be live and show you the process. I'll prep everything that I'm going to sew and then just come be live and we can make up a package. I'm fairly excited about it. And I like receiving gifts. And I tend to always know what I'm getting, which is not fun. I'm in charge of Christmas, so I know what's happening. And so the Swapsy is basically my way of getting a surprise gift. And that's why I run them, because I enjoy being surprised. And I love my husband, don't get me wrong. My husband is amazing. Absolutely best husband for me ever, right? However, he is not good at surprising gifts. He's very much a practical person, so his brain doesn't, isn't wired the same as mine, I guess. He is all about practicality, and I'm all about, following the dopamine. Okay. I'm using double-sided tape because, again, this stuff's slippery. I also now need to pick hardware, which I think rainbow, to be very honest with everyone. I think rainbow, because I'm doing rainbow thread, and it's got all the colors. I think it did really well. Hello, Sandra. Alright, let's make sure I've got enough rainbow hardware. I haven't bought hardware in a while, so I don't really know what I've got at the moment. I'm sure it's going to be a problem later down the track. But not today, because if I don't have enough here, I can just pick another colour. But also, Vixen uses less hardware than most. So we need 4 rectangle rings, 4 bag feet with their little stems. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And yes, I did just sing the number 4. Leave me alone. And then zippers. So we're going to do 2 on the outside and 1 on the inside. And that's all the hardware you need for a Vixen. Another reason I love this, because there's no crossbody strap. You can obviously add one if you want to. I just don't. And now we need zipper. Zipper tape. We're going to just do pink. Maybe we're not going to do pink. I don't really know what we're going to do, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, but we're probably going to do white and rainbow for Jack Skellington. Totally sidetracked. It matches the inside. I don't love it as much on the outside, I don't think. I'm going to make pink with black teeth, or it's dark rainbow. That's also fun, but again, wrong vibe for the outside. I probably should have told the AI to make pink roses instead of red, but it is what it is. We're moving on. I don't have any black zipper tape because apparently I keep forgetting to purchase it consistently. Good job, me. What about... We can always go with a solid colour. A blue would probably work. Royal blue. Or... I don't like the yellow. Yellow is just not everyone's jam. Ew. Random hardware in the zipper drawer. Oh, I hear a zipper. More random hardware. As you can see, I really need to do a reset of everywhere. I think blue is going to be our best option, or grey. I think blue. Blue's where it's at. See, blue. You agree with me. I love that. So again, after this next thing that I'm going to do, oh my god, what's it called? Market. After my next market, I'm going to do a big reset. I'm going to write a pattern. I'm going to do lots of stuff. I need to write a pattern. I got all my testers ready. I'm going to write a pattern on the school holidays, which is pretty much right after the market, or not long after. You'll still be getting videos though, even though it's school holidays, because hubby's got holidays at the same time, so we can all, he can go somewhere with the child and I can do videos. I also need to get on to doing other people's patterns again. I know I haven't done it lately. It's not because I don't like their patterns. It's just because I'm trying to do everything else. And all of my little mini videos that I was doing, I don't think I'll do it again next year. They have not been as popular as I anticipated. One of them only had 43 views. And I always said, if there's under 50 views, then I'm not going to do that anymore. So I feel like we've reached that point. I was trying to give like 10-minute Christmas idea videos, but they have not been as popular as these really long ones, funnily enough. You guys prefer to watch long videos from me than short ones. Who knew? I would have thought it would have been the other way. Get 10 minutes of Tory time. But no, you guys prefer like 2-hour long videos. So that's probably where I'm going to live. I hate editing videos anyway, so it kind of works out well. Hi, Trisha. Reorganizing your zippers is always a great plan. Like I said, after this next market, I'm going to kind of reset. I think I'm going to move the DTF printer from there to further away because it gets a bit noisy, and it doesn't need to be plugged in, so I don't need to be that close. I'm also binding this bag before anybody freaks out about what I'm currently doing. We're going to do binding, so it doesn't really matter that I completely close the zipper. But if you're going to do a turn through option, obviously leave the bottom of your zipper open. The blue does look good. I like it. Alright, so that's my 2 internals done. Let's grab this and do this part. Right sides together, grab some clips. Lord of the Rings for the win. Do-do-do-do-do. I'm also, for my markets, I have decided since I do jewelry that I require a mirror. So I have made some new friends and they have the lasers that I don't have. So I am going to get them to make me a glorious stand-up coffin-shaped goth mirror to take to my goth markets. Because how fun is that? I think it's fun. And yes, I'm excessive, and no, I don't care. What are you gonna do? Where am I? I was about to put a rubber band on this. Oh, there's one on the floor. Never mind. But my bag has moved. I need to do a purchase of zipper tape in the new year. So do I. So I'm going to evaluate everything I've got. I'm then also going to try and make a lot of stuff. Like, I can still see half my zipper tape is from when I used to sell it. So I've got colors I don't really use very often and a lot of them. So I think in the new year, we might play a game where we go pick a zipper and then make a bag based on the zipper tape. That could be a really fun game, actually. Alright, I like to pin the 2 ends so that they line up, and then we just move along, add it to the clips. And then, because sometimes it's naughty, I grab it and I pull, and then it just fixes itself. It's probably not the most professional way to do it, but what are you going to do? The answer is nothing. Backstitch! Now, because again we're doing binding, I'm going to pull both sides away. Pull it out. Because there's a lot of colours that I'll never purchase again of zippers, but I'm not going to throw them out. That's wasteful. So what I need to do is use them. And what better way than to make a video out of it, because some of them just aren't my jam. And it's not that I hate colors, but like bright orange zipper. When am I going to use bright orange zipper? The answer is very, very rarely. But I've got some, and so I need to use it. I also have like a weird blue I have a lot of gold teeth, so I'm going to buy myself a lot of gold hardware next year so I can use up all of the gold. Not all, but like a large chunk of. Now, is there anybody on here that lives in my area that's watching this video right now? The reason I ask is because I'm going to be doing an Xtool demo at my house. For those that are maybe interested in the F1 to make hardware or a DTF printer, or I don't know, just a laser to make cool stuff, I'll be doing a live demo with 8 people at my house, which I just thought would be really fun to see, because obviously they're lots of money and I fully get that. So you kind of want to make sure that it's what you need before you go buying stuff. And I feel like I'm not an expert, but I feel like I've got, you know, a decent amount of experience with lasers at this point. Considering I've had 9 different ones, different brands, using different like software and like all the things. There is a reason I keep coming back to Xtool. It's so easy. But anyway, so I'm going to do like a live demo and have like 8 people here so I can show you kind of how to use it, how easy it is. If you've got something specific that you're hoping it will engrave and you're not sure if it will, you can bring it to my house and we'll do it. See if it works. Because if it doesn't work, obviously it's not for you. Pull both of these. Do the open edge first. Join it. Way easier, right? Those that already have a DTF printer, I can also show you how to use AI to make stuff. I could also do a video on that if there's enough people that care. Loving the rainbow thread, just so you all know. Speed sewing. Has anybody else started speed sewing yet? How many people have I convinced to start doing speed sewing? I'm very curious to know. Would love to have an Xtool, but no room. I mean, you say that, but so this tiny little desk I've got here, so this is actually an old nail tech table. I got it for free off Marketplace. But somebody that used to do nails had this table, and on this table I have my laptop and the laser. So the no room thing, this one's quite small, and this is the one I use for all of my like bag hardware stuff. So you say there's no room, but I almost guarantee that you could make room for this one. Some of the others, fair enough. But the DTF machine stands up by itself, so you don't need a table, which is usually always my problem. If I could manage it, I would take the DTF machine to the market with me. But I am not lifting that beast of a thing onto the back of a ute. It is so heavy. It comes on a mini pallet. Me and my husband lifting it down would have been hilarious to watch, so we won't be doing that. Alright. More pieces. I love that. I think that looks amazing. I don't know if you can see it. With the rainbow threads. Ah. I also am looking into more cameras, or more phones, or I don't know, something, so that I can do a this is next year's problem, but I want to learn to be able to do like multiple points of view, because I think that'd be fun. Because I still really want to do a live where I make jewelry, because I love jewelry. If bag making is my job, then custom jewelry is like my hobby. Even though you know what I mean. I love it. Makes me weirdly happy. All right, we're gonna fold both of those towards the base. Has everyone seen my beautiful Screen Machine sticker? Have I already said that today? I love it. Turn down, stitch, back stitch. Trim. Oh, I love sharp snips. Best idea ever. Down, flatten, tails behind, off we go. Also, bag feet. We grabbed them, we're doing it. But I've also nearly used up all the hardware. We need a pen. We need a ruler, which is over there. Oh, this chair's uncomfortable. I really need a better chair. Does anybody else just make up where we're gonna put stuff? I do it all the time. Whatever I'm feeling. I mean, you can use the templates. They have the spaces. But who wants to do that? I'm also gonna go through all my scissors and either get them sharpened or get rid of them, because my block is a bit full. I really have a small house. 3 machines in a small spare room, industrial machine in the dining room. That's amazing. Heat press, mug heat press, 2nd bedroom, and you need room for grandkids. I mean, that's fair. If you can't fit it, you can't fit it. I'm not going to convince you otherwise. You know your space better than me. I am lucky enough that we have moved out of the shed, because the shed could no longer fit me. So you're all aware, I have outgrown the size of the shed. I just keep sneaking out a little bit further and further. It's fine. I do love my industrial racking though. I do think that was one of the better ideas I've ever had. So instead of like tables and cupboards, the racking, because you can fit so much. I've even been thinking about going and getting some extra shelves. It's been on my mind lately. I need an extra layer in the shed, because the shed's got the same shelving, which will give me more room for Christmas decorations. Don't tell my husband. But I also reckon I can fit another shelf over here to have more storage space. And then I could hoard more like charcuterie boards, because they'd have a home. Oh no! That was my fault. That one fucked up. We'll fix it in a minute. See, wood turning's amazing. I do not have that skill or those tools to learn that skill, but I do love it. We're gonna cut that out because it's not living here. No deal. No dice. Now, That's not going to work. I need to get side cutters, which I normally have here, but funnily enough, I put them with my jewelry stuff. Hold that thought. Let me find them. Yoink. Got them. They were with my market stuff. These are really good side cutters. So you just get up underneath it and then squish, usually. Usually that's enough. Oh no, don't be like that. You know what? If it's not going to work from this side, flip it over and cut it from the back. Ta-da! So you can just rip it out like that. Why don't you keep the laser in the shed and then convince him to get one by explaining that he can then laser engrave wood turn stuff as well. Let's get another bag of foot because I stuffed that one up. I mean, I could have left it there and kept it as a second and sold it a bit cheaper, but there's just no need. Flick it on, and dropped it. Good job, me. I'm not winning today, am I? Dropping everything. Alright. Line it up. See, that looks like it's going to do it again. Unacceptable. We got this. We're cool. We're cool. My husband has decided that this school holidays he would like to get back into his forging of knives, which is awesome. So my plan of attack is I am going to get him to make one, and then I'm going to bring him inside and show him the laser so we can laser engrave like a logo on the knife. I have plans. Okay, so there's that. Got to make the lining piece, otherwise we're not going to get very far. I also haven't forgotten that I've still got to put the outside things on. I just haven't picked them up out of the pile yet, is pretty much what's happening. Chop. Dropped it. One and two. Hold them in place. Stitch, back stitch. Done. Now, if you want to, you can tuck them under and top stitch there as well. I don't feel the need though, so it's fine. And these I've got facing outwards on both sides, which means there's no right or wrong way, so we don't have to think about that either. I've managed to actually break my Slayer. So for anyone who knows who Slayer is, it's my F1 laser. It is the one that does all the wood stuff for me. I did not obviously deliberately do it, but the fan has died, which means it gets real smoky real fast. Which is annoying because I want to go back to making my skeleton glow-in-the-dark reindeers. So my new plan of attack is to get all of the bags and like sewing done so that the second the fan shows up, I can basically spend 3 days or 4 days or whatever making reindeers. To take to the market. I would like to take 10. I was thinking about it. I had another thought in my dreams because apparently all I do is dream about crafting. So I'm going to do 2 that look like gingerbread. So I'm going to do probably 6 that are black with white bones that glow in the dark because that's, you know, standard, glorious, whatever. Then I thought I'd do a couple that are gingerbread colored because Bunnings has a paint called Ginger Snap, which is obviously the color of gingerbread. And then I can do all of the dots and stuff in rainbows so it looks like icing, but then still glow in the dark because everything's going to glow in the dark. And then this morning, or last night, while I was dreaming, I had an idea. If I get like, instead of the MDF board, I get like the wood, the ply board, and then I could do wood burning and do it so it's like natural wood burnt, and then do the white bones that glow in the dark. I'd like to see how that looks first, but in my brain it's really cool. And I really wish I could do it today while my brains come up with the idea, but again, with the smoke, it's a little bit of a nightmare. And then I could have 3 types of reindeer. Suitable for everyone. So if you're going for a more natural looking Christmas, you still get a cool skeleton reindeer that fits your aesthetic. Or if you've got kids, you do a gingerbread reindeer, but then he glows in the dark to be a skeleton. So like the night is for you. I don't know, just feels like a cool idea to me. But first, I want to take 5 to 6 vixens, 5 to 6 empresses. I need to make 4 or 5 more altered possum pouches with the boxy bottom, because I've got a space for them already. And then I thought, if I've got time, which I probably don't, let's be honest, but if I had time, I would also like to do some Catalinas or some kind of a bag that's similar. Now, we're joining all this together because we're going to sew it as one piece. I know it looks like it doesn't fit properly. That is the foam being a jerk, for lack of a better word. So we're going to stitch it 1/8 of an inch. Because in a perfect world, that is now one piece and much easier to sew together later. Much, much easier. So again, line up the seams, add some clips. I like at least 2, 1 on each side. Then we pull it up, clip it together. It does fit. It's just the foam trying to mess with you, I promise. Unless you did different seams, and then that's on you. I know what sells at my market. Everybody loves Empress and everybody loves Vixen. And people that like smaller bags tend to flock towards the possum pouch. I have never taken a bunch of Catalinas or something similar in size, so I am hopeful that that will be a popular thing. But I haven't tried it yet, and the market's in 2 weeks, and I just don't know if I've got time to make half a dozen bags. It's all good and well to be like, oh, it's plenty of time, but I still have, household chores, and I have to work out the market setup, and emails, and videos, and editing, and life. Alright, let's grab these bad boys. We'll do this. So when I was selling this tape, I kept a whole pile for myself because I love this tape so much. I think I've still got maybe 5 rolls left, but they don't last very long in this house because of how much sewing I do. Also, actually, Has anyone got opinions on who's made the best laptop bag? Not a sleeve, like a full bag. Because I would like to maybe take 2 of those to the market as well. So people that are going to get laptops for Christmas, they can get a very cool laptop bag. Or if they're going to start uni, which is university, for anyone that doesn't know. I keep forgetting that I speak in a lot of Aussie slang sometimes. I just thought, you know, a couple of laptop bags would be very cool. But I would like opinions on who's got the, like, have you tried one and you love it? Or have you seen one and it looks amazing and you're going to get to it one day? Because 2 of those at Christmas would be very cool. My husband doesn't really want much this year. He would like something called Black Clover. It's an anime or manga or whatever it is. It's a cartoon on Netflix. So he would like some shirts with that guy on it, which is fine. I've bought the shirts. I just need, you know, some time to sit and design it. And I'm going to do him a coffee mug with the dude on it as well. I also got him some Viking themed jewelry and compression tights because he needs them. He doesn't know they're coming because I'm very good at hiding presents. Alright, 1 1/4. For those that don't know, I do a full 1 1/4. It is easier to sew this down. I'm going to add 1 clip. We're going to do them all. I like to do the join with the join. You don't have to do that. It's all much for muchness. I just do. If you can hear that whirring noise in the background, that is the DTF machine self-cleaning and making sure that it doesn't get crusties. So I left it for like 4 days because when I was researching DTF machines, I was always told that you have to run it every day or it gets clogged and misbehaves and turns to crap and makes your life miserable. So I tested this one. I deliberately didn't do anything on it for 4 days in a row just to see what would happen. But it self-cleans and moisturizes and stuff. So it was fun. Love that for me. Now, this thing I made just shy of 4 inches because I knew that we were going to need to do these at 4 inches. Funny how that works, isn't it? And I'm talking like just shy. And this is the beauty of having the machine. I also thought when I got this that I was going to have to spend a fortune on the artwork, but AI is a thing that goes alright. Sometimes it's terrible. I tried to get AI to make me a Krampus so that I could make a cool like wooden sign. For those that don't really do Christmas but do Krampus instead. Unfortunately, AI failed. It kept sending me an outline of a T-Rex. So that's a no-go on that one. But I would love to do some Merry Krampus signs for my market because I think that they would sell. Sincerely Jen. I will check Sincerely Jen. She goes alright normally. Okay, line it up. Set it down, stitch, back stitch. And if you say it like that in your head, it reminds you better. You won't convince me otherwise. My brain is insane. It likes weird noises. Back stitch works every time. Pivot. Pivot. Move that out of my way. Back stitch. See? Every time. Whether I say it out loud or not is irrelevant. That's what my brain is doing. You should always backstitch. Or do the upholstery style. So if your machine hates you, like mine sometimes does and doesn't want to backstitch, especially the green machine, which is vicious when it comes to backstitching, always being dramatic. This one's pretty good. How good does the rainbow look? And see all that dirt? That's all just chalk powder. Rub it on your pants, or in my case, my dress, and it'll go away. Da-da-da-da. See? All better. All better. But no, so if you don't, we're talking about backstitch before I got sidetracked by powder. So we do 1, 2, 3. So 3 stabs, which is 2 stitches. And then you lift it up and you go back into the first hole. And that is the same as backstitching. That's locked your stitches. That's how upholstery people do it. Because they also, like me, hate backstitching. I love rainbow thread. I still want glow-in-the-dark thread. For my aesthetic, glow-in-the-dark thread, man. I'd make a special tag that would hang off the bag to be like glow-in-the-dark thread. Needs to happen. Eventually. Domestic variegated thread. I mean, it probably does exist. You could probably use an M60, couldn't you? Which is like a Tex 45. I don't understand why they can't just have one set of numerals for everything. Jerks. Backstitch. Yes. Matches beautifully. You won't convince me otherwise. Rub off that. So pretty. Bam. Giant needle I now keep handy for such occasions. Black thread. Look at me hand stitching. Ugh. We all know I don't enjoy this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Because it looks good. Up and down. Then, actually, no, I will have to do it that way. Never mind, ignore me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the magic number, ladies and gentlemen. 6 turns into a big, ugly, knotted mess. You want 5. 5 is your magic number. I don't make the rules. I just abide by them. And then we're going to do one more for good measure. Lock it in. Eddie. Aussies get that reference. I don't know about the rest of the world. Ow, just stabbed myself. This is why I hate hand stitching. Ugh. Where are you? Ah, there you go. Up. Ah. And down. I know, I hate hand stitching, but I have decided I like the way these look if I do the hand stitching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I avoid hand stitching like the freaking plague. It's not my jam. Which is ironic because I used to do a lot of cross stitching in the day, but now that I have the beast, I don't want it. But it does look good. Sparkles! So we're doing it anyway. Alright, and that is one empty tub. Woo! Back wall always gets the zipper. I don't know why. That's just how I like to do it. You won't convince me otherwise. Yeah, I don't like hand stitching, so I don't do it if I can get away with not doing it. It's literally that simple. I don't want to. Very rarely can you make me. We are going to stitch these together as well, and that is going to make the binding process way easier. Because again, I'm lazy. I like to find the laziest way to do stuff. Also, on my holidays, I am going to see if I can find really small rainbow rivets, and then I can just rivet them. Because again, hate the hand stitching. But I don't want to use gold rivets. I don't feel like it's the same. I think it just detracts from my logo a little bit, and so we're not going to do it. And nobody can make me. Oops. Handwork is a four-letter dirty word. Yeah, see? I'm not the only one. I can't help that I don't like it. It's just a personal preference. Just like I don't like tuna. My child loves it. He loves tuna sushi. Like tin tuna, we make sushi for him all the time. He loves it. I can't stand it. Personal preference. I also think I'm allergic to kiwi. I recently found out that it's not meant to be spicy. It just makes your mouth tingle and stuff. And I thought that that's what kiwi did. And it turns out I am incorrect in my assumptions. Pretty sure I am therefore mildly allergic. Who knew? I didn't until about 3 days ago. 37 years old, never knew I was allergic to kiwi. Never knew it wasn't supposed to taste like that, more specifically. I've just never asked anybody. Who thinks to ask what things taste like? It's like I can't eat too much pineapple. It burns the roof of my mouth. I am possibly also allergic, or just very susceptible to pectin. Who knows? Okay, what am I missing? I've just realized I don't think I cut out handles. My tub is empty. We put the tub away. I don't have any handles here. We're gonna have to cut some. Ugh. See, and right now would be the perfect time to have a camera set up at my cutting station because yet again I forgot something. You should try doing this really fast. It's really fun and really satisfying. Like, I don't think you understand how much fun that just was. The answer is very. Alright, doesn't really matter which one we start with. We're going to start with this one because it's here. We're going to take our loop-de-loop and we're going to open the zippers to make my life easier. We are also going to cut off those tails so that they don't poke out later on and cause me grief. Lazy. Don't even care. Scissors. Let's find the center of everything. So, we line up the side seams with the top, fold it in half, trim. Small triangle, nothing major. Don't overdo it. And the center bottom. That's also why I found center bottom on those, which I didn't mention earlier because I forgot. Center bottom. And the reason I'm using these and not snips is two reasons. One, I do not wish to blunt a brand new snips. Two, this is thick and you're probably going to do it with snips anyway. Now, there is a right and a wrong way to this because my fabric is directional. So the top of this needs to touch the back of this. So this goes here, like so. And chaos, because it's how I roll. And then we're just gonna add lots of clips fairly close together because I can already feel that this is gonna fight me. Different fabrics are different levels of annoyance. It is a thing, just ask me. So now that I've done the bottom, mostly, we're gonna come up the top, line up the center top, make all of my clips face the gusset piece. You can do it the other way if that's your preference. It doesn't actually matter as much as you'd think, especially on this bag. I find this bag very easy to put together. But it also might have to do with the fact that I've made, like, I don't know, at least 50 of these. This is my go-to bag. And it is amazing. Right, we're getting to the corner. It should fit beautifully. I really do want to make a square version of this. It is going to be next year's problem though. So when I say square version, instead of this being all the way curved, it'll have like a straight top and then curvy edges. It'll just be a slightly different shape. And a lot of you probably won't buy it because it's not your jam, but I'm feeling it in my brain. It'll be the same base size, so the base will be the same, but the sides and the top will probably have to be altered a bit. There you go! You're also allergic to kiwi. How fun! I didn't even know that was a thing. It must be just like a mild allergy though, because I've never, you know, I still keep eating it. It's kind of fun that it was spicy. I just thought that's what the fruit was. Oh, how wrong I was. Okay. I always start on the flat bit. Favorite place to start, and I'm going to do a 3/8 seam allowance because once I put the binding on, that'll cover the rest. Yes, I am hooning. I can hear it. It's fine. Alright, one side. Next side. Although, I should probably stop using the rainbow thread for this. What I might do instead is cut me some handles. We need handles. I cut 24-inch handles for this. I think the pattern had a different size, but what are you going to do? Yeah. I need a ruler. Chop. And then half. I won't be long, guys, but we need handles. Bam! Handles! In rainbow. Yoink! Sandra hasn't even received her box from me, and she's already started looking at stuff to send me. I'm never going to be able to keep up with her. She's a machine. Do you remember when I used to suck at this? I remember when I used to suck at this. Pinch and push. You can go back to my older videos and see how long that used to take me. Because the answer is forever. Oh no. I broke it in my magnet. I saw that. Alright, so we need it about there? Nah. There. So much easier with a magnet, guys. Do not feel like it's cheating. We have all these things for a reason. Perfectly in the middle. Love it. Rainbow. Dead straight every time. I think it's a teddy bear biscuit break. Then I'll do the other one. I also forgot to bring a drink with me. How annoying. Hello, Amber. That's enough of that. Yoink. Squish it together and down. I should have put music on in my headphones. Would have been awesome sauce. Sewing with music is awesome. And most of the, like every day this week I've had a different song, like an e-week that's been my motivational song. One of them was Hold the Line by Toto, and I don't care what anyone says, Hold the Line is better than Africa. I will fight you on that. Then it was Turn Me Loose by Loverboy, because I was having like a weird 80s moment. Today is Maison Creole by, who's it by? CC Adcock and the Lafayette Marquis. It's a really long name, but very cool song. Very motivational. But when I click song radio, I don't like half the songs that it thinks match, which is disappointing. It's also off True Blood, the television series. If you think you may have heard it. Oh, one last week was Baby Did a Bad Bad Thing. That was fun. You gotta have a motivational song. Quite often I do something Fleetwood Mac-ish, so either World Turning, The Chain, because it's a classic, Go Your Own Way, or Never Going Back Again. That is a less known one, still very good. Disturbed, Down with the Sickness is always a great motivator for me. And Linkin Park, One Step Closer. I'm all over the shop with music. But every day I have an e-week motivational song that because nobody else is home, I'm allowed to play 8 times in a row and no one's going to tell me off. The Chain is great. That's what this tattoo is. If anyone doesn't know, hi, I'm Tori. I love music. This is The Chain by Fleetwood Mac and all the instruments that I could play. There is a flute, a piano, a saxophone, the bongo drums. I used to play bongo drums when I did belly dancing. It was very cool. Love belly dancing. Kind of want to take it up again, actually. I've been contemplating taking a class. It's fun. I love it. I love the costumes. Costumes are everything. They're all flowy and fancy. Love it. I used to teach it for a while there. Very cool. But one of my teacher used to bring literally a drum, and then she'd make a beat, and then we would do a dance to it. And because I pick up dancing really fast, I used to then play the drum so that she could teach. It was wicked. Broke another clip. That was a colourful one, that one. Protest songs. Hey, if that's what's your jam, by all means, play them loud. I also like the heavy metal covers of the chain. There is quite a few. 3 Days Grace did a great one. Taking Dawn does a good one. Amy Lee from Evanescence has recently done one. Apparently it's part of some game. I don't game, so I don't really know. That song's really good for doing dishes. I don't know why. Like stacking the dishwasher and dishes. It's a really good song for that. I couldn't tell you why. I think it's just the beat and the like the timing and stuff. It's not too fast and not too heavy, and it's just a good dishes song. Maison Creole is really good for cutting out bags and tidying up bench tops and tables. Turns out that's a thing. Oh, it's looking fabulous. I also think that, just for something completely different, we're going to use the stretchy fold over elastic to bind this one in like a fun, bright, happy color, because it kind of matches the skulls really well. And I don't know, because I can, really. Like everything else, because I can, we will. Now, if you struggle with this part, grab your magnet again, right? Put your magnet there. You'll have to pull off your clips a little bit sooner, but you'll get dead straight lines every time. Just for those that need to know that, little tip for you. Push it down. Bam. Right. Dunskies. Now we need a thread color that mostly matches that. Very good question. This one. It's as close as we're going to get. I know it's not the same, but it's going to have to do. Because that's all I've got. Then we just rivet the handles on, and that's one bag done, and 3 more to go. I don't know how long I'll stay for here, guys, but we should get at least one more bag before I get so hungry I have to hang up. Because we all know it's coming. I like food. And there's no point making myself feel sick sitting here because I didn't get food. That's why I had a carrot at the very start and then tiny teddies, like, not long ago. And also, apparently the cat's asleep. He hasn't been here attacking my feet today. Not that he claws me. He's very gentle, which is lovely. And when he tries to bite me, I tap him on the head and tell him off, because I am not going to be that mum. You do not get to bite me. You'll only get more vicious as you get older. Okay. Now, if I was doing the same color thread as I was doing stuff before, you could have like sewn one side, bound it, and then done the other side, and then bound it. But it didn't, so we're not. And then sometimes you also just want to cut down the corners a little bit, because sometimes they are jerks that don't want to play ball. Actually, I think it was just that one, but still. I've only ever used this stuff once, so this should be fun. I already don't like it. Not my jam, apparently. I already don't like it. What can I say? I like my much more rigid stuff. But we'll try it. Nah, see? Nah. I don't want to do this. We might unpick this in a minute. You know how sometimes you just like what you like? I don't think this is on my list. Does anybody else love this stuff? Am I just not giving it enough of a chance? Because I'm not loving it. Nah. Nah. Not my jam, ladies and gentlemen. No deal. Not a fan. I don't know why. I don't like it. I don't like that it's stretchy. Stretchy is actually annoying, so no deal. I'm gonna just go do black because, you know, I can, basically. I'm like, does anybody locally to me want this? I don't like it at all. This is the wrong one. This is only 20 mil. I need 25 mil. Or 26 or 24 or whatever the hell it is. Aha! Here we go. This one. I'm just not a fan. If anybody lives locally and wants to just come pick that up for me, you can have it. I'm not playing that game. I'm going to stick to this stuff. I love this. I didn't like how it started off. I didn't like that it didn't easily catch on the other side. I'm just, nope. No siree, Bob. But at least now I know. I did. I went around yesterday. There's a video of it. My intrusive thoughts one. Apparently all my intrusive thoughts are just creative things that I should do instead of the jobs that I'm supposed to be doing. So all of my machines now have their name on them. So the Cricut machine is Nigel. He's got one. Neville, the DTF machine. Candy's got like a sparkly, like reflective one. I went around and named all my machines yesterday instead of doing work. And the Scream machine got like a cool horror font. And I was pretty impressed that it actually managed to stick on there too. Didn't think it would, to be honest. Thought it was going to give me a lot more grief than it did. Love the Cricut machine. I've also, so my yesterday's intrusive thought, and I haven't not done it yet, but I had a thought. I'm like, what if I go and buy a removable sticker, and then next time I wash my car, I cover my car in stickers to make it look like an ugly sweater. That's what my thought was yesterday. And I'm not saying no. There's a shop in town. The stuff's like $3.50 for half a meter. I don't know how much I'd need. I feel like I'd have to do some maths on that. But how cool would it be to turn my little car into a giant ugly sweater? You know, like with the crosses and a reindeer, and I could do like a row of skulls and the dots. I don't know. My brain's feeling it. Is it a waste of time? Most likely, yes. Do I really want to do it anyway? Also, yes. And I have a Cricut, and I just got new mats, so they're sticky enough. I could do it. It's not out of the realm of possibility. But is that going too far? Lighter. Stop it. So I could either do it all in one color, or I could get multiple colors and do like rows. A row of green, a row of white, a row of red. I don't know. See, this just makes me so much happier. Why change from something I know I love? It is absolutely not easier to use fold over elastic. Also, don't clip it. Clipping it is your downfall. You just hold it. This stuff you can pull as tight as you want. I saw an SUV with Christmas lights wrapping an entire car. See, how cool is that? I won't go as far as to wrap it in Christmas lights. But removable sticker decals that make it look like a giant ugly Christmas sweater might be like a spooky one. Might be right up my alley. I have to work out how much I need though, because I imagine it's quite a lot. Because I don't want to just do the bare minimum and then it looks crap. So I need to do several rows, I think. Aw, I still missed. What is with me in binding today? See, curse myself now, don't I? Jerk. Whatever, it's fine. Tail. Oh no, that's just mine. Binding. Blech. this second time has worked better than the first. Chop. What are we making? Vixens. Lots and lots of vixens. Although it's so hot. I've got the air conditioning on. I don't think it's doing much. Maybe somebody's messed with the settings. Let's see how I went on that side. Ah, heaps better. I only missed one spot. Apparently it's not my day for binding, but what are you gonna, oh no, I missed 2 spots. Well, okay then. We're gonna start here and just fix the 2 spots that I missed. Preferably without sewing my finger, which I nearly just did. Tail, more tails, all the tails, lighter for the rest. Let's not burn our finger. I love Vixen. Vixen is a huge seller. Perfect size handbag, apparently. There'll be a lot more patterns from me next year. I've decided to try and do one a month. Because that'd be awesome sauce. I told Sandra I want his autograph, so when he becomes a famous Olympian, I'll have one of the first autographs. Whether they do it or not, it's a whole other thing. I'm not being careful of the bag right now. I'm being careful of my fingers. Aw, look at it. So pretty. All right. We need... One, two, three, four. I need to buy more rivets too. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. 1, 2, 3. Oh no. No. Man. Deciding factor. So sometimes they send me 8mm and sometimes they send me 9mm, even though I always order the same size. It is so frustrating. So frustrating. Bam! Ugh. Alright, stab it through. One side, 2 sides, cap on, turn it hang it off the edge if you've got the ability to do so, but only just. Squish! Up, down, around. Make sure there's no twists. Stab it through the other side. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. So that is probably the last rainbow bag I can do until I buy rivets. And even if I bought them right now, they still wouldn't get here in time for me to use for the market. And this is because I forget that I no longer have a shop where I can just go steal stock off the shelf. It was so much easier when that was the way of the world. I didn't really have to think about it so much. I need more planning now. But there is one glorious bag. Love it. Set it aside. Next. Here's one I prepared earlier. So this is color changing vinyl with Cricut HTV on the outside. You don't need a DTF machine to make this one. It is just as cool. But before I get very far, I'm going to need to figure... Oh no, I worked out I was going to do... Oh, I can't do rainbow because I don't have any more rainbow hardware. Well, rivets specifically. Yeah, see? It's very annoying when you order something and you don't get what it is that you ordered. And I get it, and I don't send them back because I need the rivets now. I just have to make do. But then I get to the end and there's like, you know, 3 different sizes and I don't want it to look crap. So I need to pick. So I got this in a pack and I need to design a bag with which to use the zipper. It's very cute and stripy, but it really doesn't go with anything. And then I've got this one. It's like bright stripies. They're fun, they just don't go with anything. So this is like next year's mission, to use up this stuff. In the meantime, I haven't, oh wait, the only black zipper I've got is with bronze. And I don't feel like Jack Skellington is a bronze kind of dude. He's either silver or gunmetal, I think. So I've got charcoal. No black anywhere in sight. I should just buy shares in all things black. I was going to do this, but I can't do rainbow because it doesn't work. Rainbow Bright comes to mind. True. I could do... You know what I could do? We could skip this one and go to the next one. Much easier to manage. This one being Lord of the Rings. Always a huge seller with my people. So this is from Sandra. And this is from Brimax. And this is waterproof canvas that looks like fabric. Feels kind of like fabric too. But it's not. It's a trickster. Alright. Because we're doing Lord of the Rings, we're gonna start with zippers and see what zippers I've got and then work backwards from there, because I have a lot of gold zippers. I have the dragon around the ring and I have the ring. So, I think we'll leave the dragon for a different one. And we're just going to do one zipper on the outside and then one zipper. I'm going to use a smooth criminal for the inside. Itchy eyeball. Which means we need gold hardware. Have I got the feet? Okay, we're good. This is another reason I love Vixen. You use very minimal hardware. Alright, 4 rectangle rings of so much gold because I have so much gold zipper and I'm trying to make myself use more gold, really? And would you believe that most people that buy handbags don't really care about the hardware color as much as me? Four of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. I think that's our stuff. That's okay. Landra, I'll be here doing this for ages. Probably. Till my body gets so hungry or thirsty that I have to get off. It's pretty much how that'll go. Now, since we're using gold, gold has the most options, would you believe? Look at that. All the options in gold. Lots of maroon. So we can go charcoal. That's the wrong green. Need more foresty than that. Also wrong green. All the zipper I have, I never have the right freaking color. So much pink. There it is. Look at that. Nailed it. And there's a little bit, so we can probably use that for the Tory pocket. See what I mean? Like, I have a lot of zipper, but they're all, it's kind of just repeat colors, and they're all the weird colors that I don't really use. So I got maroon, dusty pink, hot pink, and this weird tealy green, which is a pretty color, but like, it doesn't really suit the vibe of the people. Which is cool. Everything's fine. This one's also got like a fun extra accent. And I want to change the red color to either that or this. No, I want that one. That's easy enough. And this is why I have all the colors of the universe. You could almost get away with having like 4 colored threads. Everything goes with gray, black, blue, and red. You could pretty much get away with those if you really wanted to. But where's the fun in that? Honestly. Okay, I don't have a bobbin in this color. Wait. And you don't even use a full bobbin for this, which is awesome. So, the black's gonna go. And then, let's remember that we're doing a bobbin, because I quite often forget that. And then just go about my normal threading the machine and then realize and waste all that thread. Not that it's a lot, but it's enough to annoy me. Alright, go! Full steam ahead, ladies and gentlemen. And then chop that off so it doesn't get all tangled and in the way. Has been known to happen. Guys, I see that we've got 40 people here and I've only got 13 likes. So this is me remembering to remind you to go like the video. Because I always forget. And you know what? That's okay. Yoink. Put that back now because it's my magnet to hold my snips. Because my old snip holding magnet got damaged and I no longer have the magnet making machine because I wasn't using it and it was taking up a lot of real estate. And I'm trying to do this thing where I stop hoarding crap I'm never going to use again because it's just wasteful. Ooh. I don't think that's long enough. There you are. I'm like, I know it's in here somewhere. Oh, would you look at that? It's a sign. See? That whole thing right there. I did softball when I was in primary school. Or T-ball. Softball? T-ball. And we got to the state championship. And then I fell off a horse and broke my collarbone. So I went as like an inspirational mascot instead because obviously I couldn't play. This is gonna look so pretty. That was too many back stitches, but what are you gonna do? Yoink. Okay. Yes, this is gonna be so pretty. Lord of the Rings always sells, so I can pretty much guarantee that this bag will absolutely sell at the next market. Especially with Christmas coming. Lord of the Rings is like my Harry Potter to everybody else. I do sell some Harry Potter, but not a lot. Oh, maybe I should make a Harry Potter. Jack Skellington and Lord of the Rings are my two biggest moments. I mean, some sell, but feels like a given at this point. Harry Potter has its moments, I will give it that. Just not huge amounts of. I'm also trying to decide if I go and do some more normal markets next year. I haven't decided yet. It would mean that I'd basically need 2 whole separate packing hauls. One for normal markets and then one specifically for goth markets. And I know I could take both, but I would not. There is only so much space. And all of my normal bags don't sell at the goth market. I could take some goth stuff to a normal market. It would work in reverse, but not the other way. Although I would really like to take the charm bar to like a regular market because it's fun. Pretty tomboyish when I was a kid. These are beautiful colours together. Alright, so we're going to do the fancy zipper pull on the outside. My husband does gym 5 times a week. It feels about right for competitive athletes. Because you need to have those rest days. Beautiful. Dedication is good. I must say my child has been surprisingly dedicated to the cat. I thought he would have got over it a bit by now, but no. He's determined to make the cat fall asleep on top of him. I mean, it's never going to work because he keeps taking the cat instead of letting the cat come to him, and he won't listen to me when I try and explain that's not the way. But, like, he is determined. I will absolutely give him that. Whoops. Oh, it's so hot. I'm gonna have to get off here soon, purely because I need like a drink and a snack. I don't know why it's so hot today, but it's like real hot. The aircon's on, and I've closed most of the blinds so that less of the actual sun gets in. I don't think it's helping as much as I'd hoped. This is a really pretty vinyl. It also looks like fabric, but it's not. It's textured. Normally I don't super love textured vinyl. I'm loving this though. And that purple one I used the other day, that was pretty cool too. Alright. Yeah, hubby literally gyms. So he eats dinner at 5 p.m. to let it settle enough to go and gym after dinner. So he does Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. He will occasionally skip Saturday nights if I want to go somewhere. But I usually don't. I've become a homebody. I've done all the partying of the universe. I can promise you that. It's just, I'd prefer to stay home and live in my underwear, to be totally honest. I am not in my underwear now for 2 reasons. The main one being I'm on camera, and that would be weird, and I'm not going to subject you people to that. But the second reason is because this chair is really scratchy. It's another reason why it's making me go, do I want a new chair? Only 2 reasons. I am not currently in my underwear. It's hot here. I could literally just walk around in bathers, which is the equivalent of underwear if you ask me. It's basically underwear that doesn't get see-through when it gets wet. That's how I look at underwear. That's how I look at bathers. Rock the bathers. But no, this chair is scratchy even in this dress. It's actually really irritating me, to be honest. It's not helping my temperament with I'm hungry and thirsty and itchy. Alright, centers, because we'll need them later anyway. And erasable pen. And a ruler, which, oops, Grabbed the wrong one. Come on, love me. Of course it won't love me. Don't be ridiculous. What? Mark it. You know you want to. It really doesn't, let's be honest. Yeah, I stopped doing hardware because it was chewing all of my time to bag it up because it didn't come bagged. I had to sit and do it. And it chewed hours of my life, and my family missed me. And I don't really have the space for it here, so that just kind of confirmed it for me. It was fine when I was on the army base and COVID and there was nothing better to do, kind of. But my husband would prefer I make less money and have more time with him. And I don't object to that. I'm not one of these people that feels like being a millionaire. I'd never be a millionaire because I just give too much shit away. So there's no point. No point striving for it when it's not a thing. The more money I have, the more I just give shit away. You like my bag? Here, just take it. That's why I like swapsies. Isn't that pretty? I think it's pretty. And then we've got this without the fluff. Isn't it pretty? So yeah, I did enjoy being able to do like hardware kits and subscription boxes. I actually really enjoy doing subscription boxes. And so I maybe, if I get enough interest, I will make maybe do 40 subscription boxes for some like new pattern releases next year. But I'm not really in a hurry. And the main reason I want to do it is because now I've got the DTF machine, so like, epic. It'll all come pre-cut and everything, so all you have to do is sit and sew, because that's way more fun. Apparently a lot of you guys don't enjoy the cutting part of life. Which again, it's your perspective. I promise. Change your perspective from cutting to designing, makes it way better. See how the bottom just makes it that much more fabulous. It doesn't work for all bags. Sometimes this is too much, but on this one, I'm feeling it. Like absolutely feeling it. Let's try it with the chalk dust since the other one doesn't want to play ball. Meow. Oh, I just knocked my skeleton off. Get back up there. I think I need to add some more magnets to him. He keeps sliding down whenever I drive too fast. Which, let's be honest, is like every day. So, for my swapsie, I have decided on a cube, like a boxy pouch. A few ideas. We're going to do a bracelet because that's fun. I also thought maybe we could do like a coffee cup or a, you know, like a traveling mug, because I don't drink coffee and I still use one, so therefore it's useful for everyone. Put their name on it. And that's pretty much all that's gonna fit in the changeling. I made them small for a reason. It's kind of the whole point. You don't want to overdo it. But if I was going to overdo it, I also might, I don't know, maybe instead do like a fancy drink container with a straw and then do a straw charm that matches the drink bottle. That actually might be alive next week. I've made a bunch of straw charms as just the dangles, so I'm going to actually attach stuff to them so then they can just be sold as a complete thing. So I'd like to get onto that too. We also need a tag. Metal tag that I made because I'm awesome sauce. And then this one's the front. Why? Because that's right in the middle. That was a fluke. I did not do that deliberately. We're also going to put this just above here. There's the center. Put it right there. So I'm going to stab it to kind of mark it, and then we're going to grab my cutty knife. Not that there's really a, well, there's cutty knives and stabby knives, so I suppose there is a difference. And then shove it through the holes. Flip. Gasket on. I assume these are called gaskets where you're from. If not, that's fine too. On. Bend. And bend. Ow, 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 ow. Boom. One label. You can use more double-sided tape than this if you need to. I am not the boss of how much tape you want to use at all. When I first made these, I used to put it all the way around the top and all along the bottom. But my sewing's gotten better, so I just don't need that much anymore. Also, I think something that has to do with it is the fact that this is a walking foot, so it doesn't stretch it like the other one. But I mean, whatever. You gotta make the noises or it's just not as much fun. It's not for your benefit. I do this when nobody's here. Speed sewing on the straight bits where nobody's even gonna see it anyway is a good practice. Nobody's gonna see it. You should try speed sewing that bottom edge. You also want to make sure you stitch it down because, again, we don't want multiple layers where it's unnecessary. But pretty. I understand this is not for everyone, this bag. That's fine. I'm not making it for you then, am I? But like I said, Jack Skellington always sells. So, Jack Skellington and Lord of the Rings. So I'll be surprised, especially with Christmas, I'll be surprised if I don't sell both of these. Need a big ruler, whatever. It's fine, everything's fine. I need the other ruler, but when in doubt, do it this way. It's over where I had to cut my handles because, you know, I'm an idiot and left it there. I'm gonna do that. We should do the bag feet before we attach all the bits, but if you forget, it's not the end of the world. I've got base stabilizer on here, which is very similar to Craft Tex or just really thick cardboard. That was becoming loose. They sent me bright gold rivets for the feet. I don't know why. But it's fine. It's not like you see them anyway. I personally prefer light gold to yellow gold because depending on where you buy your supplies from, the yellow gold never matches. It's always kind of off. Unless you can find one shop that's got everything you want, which never happens. They're always missing something. It's really annoying, to be honest. But no, today's mission is make these, and then I also have to meal prep another 10 meals for my husband because he's out, so he's got nothing to eat tonight. So when I turn this off, I'm probably going to snack on something and then stay in the kitchen and cook the meals. It only takes like an hour because he wants the same meal for everything, which to me is like the most boring existence. But he's happy. He likes steak, red rice, that's a new addition, and broccoli. Portioned out into meals and then frozen. And then he takes one for lunch and one for dinner. So he eats the same thing twice a day. But I've offered several times to make him different stuff and he just doesn't want it. So who am I to argue? If I'm on a roll as well, I might make my child some sushi. And put it in the fridge and then that can be his dinner. And then I won't have to cook later. Make myself sushi. I don't like fish sushi though, so I usually use a chicken schnitzel. Chop. Take those bits off. Over. Push down. Stitch. Back stitch. Back stitch at the end. We should always back stitch. I actually feel like I'm slowing down. It's been 2 hours and I've only got like 1 1/4 bags. So that's quite disappointing for me actually. Alright, lining. I am normally much more efficient than this. It's because it's hot and I can't concentrate. I can feel it. It's fine. And the chair is so freaking itchy. I reckon the back of my legs will look irritated if I stood up and had a look. But it's too hot to wear pants. Chain sewing because I can. I haven't done chain sewing today actually. Maybe that's why I'm slowing down. I really do love this waterproof canvas. I would like to get to a point where I'm only using waterproof canvas as linings and vinyl as exterior. I think that's the end goal. I think. If I could find waterproof canvas that was blood spatter, my life would be sorted. So if anybody sees it in a random shop, let me know. I also need to buy more glow-in-the-dark blood spatter vinyl because that's always popular on a bag. Again, for my clientele. Pretty. So pretty. 3 clips is probably enough for me. This is non-directional, so we don't even have to think about that on this bag, but we will need to think about the direction of the zipper. because I only put one. If I had to put 2 generic ones, we wouldn't have to think about that either. Sometimes it's worth it though. The little detail of the awesome zipper, people that don't sew will be like, that's so cool, and might make the sale. Alright, so you want this under there, and then we're just going to top stitch. Top stitching this makes it prettier. I also need to chop off that extra tiny bit of zipper. I feel very good about not wasting that other random piece I found though, which is the piece I used. I do enjoy not wasting things. Alright, so we're going to make another loop. I don't know if you've noticed, but I did not build the first and the second bag the same way. I've just consciously made a thought about that. I start wherever I want and do whatever I want. Makes it more exciting. And I mean, that might not be how your brain operates. You might have to make it the same way every time, and then you can go into like autopilot. I am almost in autopilot making this bag now. I've made it so many times, I am pretty much on autopilot. Everything goes together the same. And it's fine. It's a good place to get to. Being on autopilot to build a bag. It just means that you know the pattern so well, you don't have to think. It's like when you drive and then sometimes you get home, you don't remember because you were thinking about other stuff because you're on autopilot. Your brain's smart enough to be able to drive you home without consciously paying attention. I recently found out that's also how Ouija boards work. You're not consciously aware that you're pushing your hands, apparently. How trippy is that? Your brain's tricking itself. I love that. I think that's the best ever. It's like a science experiment. So cool. Alright, 1 and 2. This bag is looking amazing. But yeah, no, I think waterproof canvas for all linings going forward. Well, not yet. I still need to use up the rest of the fabric I've got here. All the stuff that didn't sell when I did that crazy sale. I would like to use up the rest of that first. Yeah, see, I am sewing on pretty much autopilot right now. I think that's also why I can talk consistently through most of my videos. Bags is all just the same. They all get constructed the same, with the exception of a few. Generally speaking, it's all just the same in a slightly different container. Same shape, same process, different end shape. And there's like 4 main ways to build a bag. And I've written at least one pattern in all of them. And so from there, it's just autopilot. Boom. I really have to pay attention to bags is when it's got like 40 pieces. And you have to like, they're all slightly similar but different. And you have to pay attention to which one goes where. It's pretty much the only time. Nice and fast on the straight bits, guys. Again, don't really even notice I do it. Straight lines, you just sew quicker. Center. Center. Sew bottom to top. Like it's just, I don't know, it's always just the same. You want to do multiple back stitches at that point. That is the stress point. And so it's more likely to come apart unless you do multiple back stitching. Let's make some handles. Oh no, bro! That's the last of the tape. Which is fine, because I have more. That's why I didn't sell it all to you guys, because I knew that I go through it like a crazy person. So I'll just get another one. Okay, I kept a few more than I thought. There are heaps of these. But it's my favorite size. So what are you going to do? Oh. What we are going to do is we're going to pull this off. And then put the last little bit, but the bit that it missed, because we're not wasting that other piece. I like to think I'm not very wasteful. I know it doesn't seem like much, but it'll be so annoying to have to hold up a hand when it's unnecessary, because I can just put tape on it. It was like, what, 2.5, 3 inches? Still worth it. Oh, I'm starting to get so hungry. If you're not into the tape thing, you can also use glue for this, but do it first because then you have to wait for the glue to dry. Do not sew over wet glue. You will get glue in your machine and wreck your life. Nobody wants that. Did you know you can do the same thing with your fingers as I do with the magnet? Takes practice, but can totally be done. Boom. One handle. Look how straight that is. Practice, ladies and gentlemen, although I don't think many gentlemen actually watch me. That's fine too. Don't worry about it. I'd also like to point out that I didn't just wake up and was magically one day good at doing straight lines. Practice. Oh, I'm so hungry. What's the time? It's only like 11:15. we are making Vixens. This is Vixen number 2. I have 4 cut out. In a perfect world, before I go to bed tonight, I will have 4 completed. Because I have a market in 2 weeks and there's a lot of things I want to make between now and then. In a perfect world, I need to make 3 more Empresses. 1, 2, 3.5 more Vixens. I'd like to make 2 laptop bags. I'd like to make 5 more possum pouches with the hacked boxy bottom. I also need to work out my market setup, and I want to make 10 reindeer, which I can't even start making at the moment because my laser fan has basically short-circuited. I've ordered a new one. It's on its way. It's in the mail. But on top of all that sewing today, I also have to go on meal prep, like a dozen meals for my husband. Dead straight, guys. Seriously. Look. Look at that. I don't know if you can see. Nailed it. Without the use of the magnet. Although the magnet is helpful to start off with. Trust the process and all that jazz. Get my blunt ones. Chop. Fold it in half. Now, for those that weren't here at the start of the video, I broke my Tory pocket. I do need to order another one from Brimax. It is December's problem. And because of that, oh, there it is. Because of that, I can't draw the line. I've still got a Tory template, but it's for the 3/8 of an inch, which is for the size 3 zippers, which I no longer use because size 5 for everything works just fine. It also means I need half as many options for zippers. Otherwise, I would want matching 3/8 and, or size 3 and size 5. I just want matching because it's who my brain is. So it will only make a 3/8 hole, which is fine, except that I need a 1/2 inch hole. So now I have to draw it on every single one manually until I get around to getting a new template. But the templates are still totally worth it. Oh, and for this market, I also just decided right now I would like to do a couple of spooky little stockings because I have the templates from Brimax for the stocking. I don't know if you guys remember the last year, we designed a very simple stocking template. So I would like to do some very cool spooky ones, both with spooky fabric if I can find it at a local shop, or just putting DTFs on like black ones. Or purple ones, or you know, whatever. I've got a couple of like, what are they called? Like pop culture ones already done. So I think I've got 1 or 2 that are like Disney and Lilo and Stitch and all that kind of stuff. But I'd also like to make maybe 6 to 10 spooky ones. So one with Krampus's face, or a skull in a Santa hat, or, you know, whatever. One that says Merry Creepmas, that kind of vibe, because that's who my customer client is. Hello, cat. You're just staring at me. He'll climb up the chair in a minute. You watch. He's worked out that he can claw his way up. This is so thick, this stuff. Hello. No, don't bite me, because I'm not in the mood. Oh, see? There he is. Hello, cat. Hey! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Bye, Sandra. So clawy. He got bigger. Can anybody else see that? Look how big he is now. He used to be like tiny. I made a bifold wallet from Maggie55 and she stated not to use the size zipper. Yeah. I mean, we all have our moments. Hey, kitty cat. No, don't claw me. No. You will learn not to claw me. He doesn't hate this. He's purring. Don't worry about him. Hey, man. You're an idiot. Hi. You want me to pat you? Is that what's wrong? Bye, Sandra. Don't eat the skeleton. Ah. What? He wants to play. And normally this would be where I would stop and play with him. Yeah. Not exciting enough? You just want to do what I'm doing, huh? Hi. Nut job cat. Can I have it back? Mine now. Mine now. Like I said, normally this is where I would stop and play with him. He gets jealous. So does the dog. The dog will be here in a minute. Once the dog works out I'm playing with the cat, and the dog comes because he wants attention too. Turns into like a whole thing. Don't eat that. Wait! Stop it! See, here comes the dog. I can hear him. He's like, what did I miss? Hey, cat. No, no. You're killing me. This stuff's so thick, this is a nightmare to stick down. Maybe we'll roll that seam a bit. That's in the wrong spot, I can already tell. I know you want me to play with you. I know. Okay. No, you can't have the scissors. Scissors are dangerous. Speaking of, where is my hardware ball? No, you can't have this. No. And this is how it goes normally when I'm off camera. He wants to play. It's like I'm busy. I know. Alright, look out. You're gonna have to get off now. Come on, down you pop. Whee! It's a good cat. Ancha, you go alright. We're not gonna start in a corner. It's the worst place to start. for this, you're going to pull your Tory pocket up out of the way. Oh, he's come back. He's back. He's worked out how to climb up the chair by himself. There he is. He's a magic cat, because black cats are magic, apparently. So he is a magic cat. Nobody giving you attention. Oh, home stretch. Back stitch. You can't even see it. Life is good. Oh yeah. This stuff is so thick for Tory pockets. Don't know how I feel about that. But anyway, looks pretty. Zipper pull. Line it up in the center, come in front of the zipper pull. He's gone. For how long, I don't know. But for at least a little while. Alright, we're going to seal this, because again with the binding, not that I have green binding for this. One thing I'm going to have to get onto. Whatever waterproof canvases I work with in the future, I would like to get matching binding colours for them. Trim the tails. Beautiful. Hi, Tammy. Alright, so the one without the tag is the back, so I'm going to just put these right sides together. Put them all together. You can do center top and center bottom first if you need to. The reason you have to clip it is because the pockets and stuff sometimes distort it to make it pretend like it doesn't fit. It does fit. It's just trying to trick you. Ignore it. It's a liar. But also super cute. It's just a fluke that I had all this in my stash. The only thing I have bought recently is more black vinyl, because as always I run out, and as a goth market you kind of need black. It feels like a staple. Flip. Do the old flip and clip. So acceptable binding colors on this particular bag. If I had more of this, I would make strips in green. Otherwise, gray would also work, or black. And I haven't decided if I'm going to do gray or black yet. We will see when I get there. With me, you really just never know. There's enough gray on the outside of the bag that gray would also work. But we'll see. Alright, under we go. sew this. It is the best way to learn to speed sew without wasting time or energy. Honestly. We're going to move that. We're going to knock it off. We all know it's true. Bam! You should now have a whole bag that is 5 pieces. 2 handles, front and back, gusset. Oi! It's mine. Did I find center of this? Oh, I did. I am ahead of myself. Love that for me. To open the zipper, stick your finger in front, push. Ta-da! Now, I always do this because I have not been known to do it wrong several times. So, the zipper's going to close that way. That means this piece here is the front, which means this side's the back. This is the back. So, bam! Touch them together. It's easy to do it from right sides out. Do not feel bad about having to turn it through to figure it out. I do it all the time, and I am a seasoned bag maker. There is no shame in not being able to magically know without turning it through. It's better to check than stuff it up. Every time I've pretended to be a smarty pants and not checked, it's been wrong. So turn it through. Make it the right way the first time. Not that I've ever unpicked it, but just sometimes the zipper goes the wrong way. Lots of clips. This waterproof canvas is quite thick without any interfacing on it. So the thicker your fabrics, the more clips you need. So it's not going to shift while you're trying to stitch it. Because nobody wants to play that game, honestly. Literally no one. Look how many clips that is. I know the last bag had less, but the last bag's made of different vinyl and different linings. There's no magical number of clips you need. You just need to do it. I am also going to have to get off here in a minute though because I'm really thirsty. It's been 2.5 hours without a drink. Actually, probably a little bit longer. Soda water is what's about to happen. Or maybe lavender flavored like soda water. You can get lavender syrup. And I love it. So I put lavender syrup in my soda stream water, like fizzy water. It's amazing. Okay, that's about to do a little pinch and I can see it's going to happen. So, see that? I just prevented such a problem. The pinching is more about how you manhandle the bag than anything. It always happens in the tight corners if you're not paying attention. So, pay attention, it won't happen. Bam. Tails in the bin. Hello, hello. Glenda. See, look, no pinches. I don't know if you can see that with the light reflecting the way it is and that in the way, but look, no pinches. And looks awesome sauce. Other side. I was trying to hang out until I finish this bag. I don't think I'm going to get there. I think I'm going to have to get off a bit sooner than that. I'm so thirsty. I'm sweating. I need a drink of soda water or like I said, lavender lemonade. For those that are, I don't know if it's common everywhere, but you can get a lavender and honey sorbet from the Frosty Mango, which is like, for those that don't live in Australia, we have a lot of large fruit that's really fun. So we have something called the Big Banana, which is just a really big banana that you can climb in. We also have what's called the Frosty Mango. So they make their own ice creams, and one of the flavors is lavender and honey. And I tried it because I like to try new things. Sometimes I want to stick with my classic chip mint, and then some days I feel very adventurous and I try new flavors. So I tried something called lavender and honey, and I am obsessed and I love it. And it turns out you can get lavender syrup. I think they use it in cocktails. You can't get it locally. I think you have to buy it online and get it sent to you. But it is, I love it. It is delicious. It's purple lemonade, which is fun. So I use, because it's lavender syrup, it's basically super concentrated cordial. So I use it in place of the SodaStream syrups, and it's so good. So good. Yes, lavender lemonade is pretty much what I'm making. Delicious. Can confirm. If you use it as cordial, you put like the tiniest bit in the bottom and it's super strong. So good though. And I understand it's not for everyone. If you don't like lavender, you probably won't like this. But like my mum hates lavender, gives her a headache. So it's obviously not for her. This is quite a stiff bag, guys. Notice how I'm sewing slower? It's because this doesn't want to maneuver the way I want it to. It's taking extra effort. Which is why it's taking longer. Tori, go get your soda water. Don't torture yourself. We will wait. Oh, it'll take me a while. I gotta go like get the machine down and go through the fridge and find a bottle that's actually full, because apparently my family, even though we have a fridge that has like an external get your own water, they keep using the soda water bottles, but just not one, like half of this one and then half of that one. It's like a whole mission. Okay, but we got the bag together. Totally counts. Hopefully no pinches on that side. I feel fairly confident. Now, do we think grey to keep it lighter, or do we think a classic black? Because you can never go wrong with black, right? I actually think grey. Grey's got a lighter feel. Yeah, see? Grey. I only have a few colours in this. I've got navy, grey and black. And to be honest, it goes with most things. I should get a red as well for future life problems. But no, it's pretty. Grey bobbin. Oh, it's so hot. You know what I might do? I might take my t-shirt off. I have a dress on and then just a t-shirt over the top. I think we're going to take that off. See if that helps at all. It's so hot. It didn't really help, just so we're all aware. Grey thread. This is a Tex 45 or an M60. I've had this roll forever. So hot. This is my over the bathers dress. The aircon is on, yes. I'm wondering if the fan's not on full or if it's not turned down enough, or I don't know, but I'm not intimately familiar with the remote control, so it would take me a minute to fiddle with that too. But we're definitely going to do that because I'm sick of being hot. It's not my jam at all. Careful, cat. Okay, grey it is. See, that is so thick. I mean, it'll be fine. I have faith in myself, right? I don't need to have faith in, like, the stuff. I only need to have faith in myself. Hello, cat. So again, this is taking longer because this bag is thicker and therefore I have to sew slower. It's not like that was the cat. What are you doing? I like the grey. Ow. Ow! Stop it. He clawed my leg trying to get up. And it really, really hurt. I like to go back and forth over that bit just so it stays where it's cold. Ah, but I got everywhere. Ha 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 ha. No, it's not on heat. I walked past it. It was blowing out cool air. I just don't think it's like blowing full ball. I think it's like a gentle breeze, and I don't need a gentle breeze. I need like turbo. This room is huge. And also, my dog knows how to open the door. So I had all the doors shut so that I would be left alone. And I can tell you right now, the dog opened the door because the cat's in here. So that's how the cat got in. It's a sliding door, and my dog is just really smart. So, like, it was good in theory. I did lock the animals out, but without physically key locking the door, the dog can open it. And obviously did. Because sometimes he just wants to be in the same room as me. Much like the cat, apparently. Again, super tough bag. I don't know if you can see how much my fingers are straining to squish that, but it's a lot. Which is good. It does mean that it's going to stand up, be super stiff, and look amazing. But it also means it takes longer. So I'm going to finish this bag, and then we're going to stop. Ow. Now this requires more attention from me. It's always the corners that misbehave. Literally always. Chop off those tails while we're there so that they're not in the way. I lied. I did miss one part on the other side. Then get to there, zigzag, squish it down. So that side I got all of it. This side I missed right here. So we're just going to fix it Can't leave it. That's not cool. But as you can see, the bag is struggling to get under there. So we are going to employ the help of a sewall. We're going to stab it and then drag it over where we want it to be. Works surprisingly well. To be totally honest with you, surprisingly well. And then backstitch, because we're going to lock it in. And then trim the tails. It's like 35 degrees outside. Which... Yeah, Knuckles! He's so clever. Opening doors. Which is kind of annoying. If you don't snip the door shut when you go to the toilet, he comes in and just lays in the same room as me. He just wants to be near me at all times. So he'll be somewhere in this room. He can't be directly underfoot because he normally lays where this thing is. He was doing it this morning. Oh, can you guys see how much trouble I'm having with this bag? It's just because everything's so thick. I also missed a tail and now it's poking out. So basically my plan for next year, like midway through probably, is for every waterproof canvas color I get, I want to get a matching binding so that they all match. Because I like matching. Look at that bag though. Does that not look fabulous? I promise it'll sell. Part of me thinks I should put it on the website and give everybody else a fair go first. And I mean, I might. Half 175. It's so pretty. Maybe I will put it on the website. I mean, I should put it on the website. It'd be good if things sell on the website before the market. I understand it means I will have to make more things for the market, but that's okay. I'm like, where did I put it to hide it from the cat? Oh, hold up. I've got different size stuff in here. So this is one of those times, right? I managed to grab 3 different sized caps and 2 different sized things. I always order the same. They are all different sizes. So annoying. Alright, I'm going to stop there because I really need water. My insides hurt now. We've got to the point of pain, so it's not worth it. This is not a challenge. But the bag is adorable. That's 2 bags in like 3 hours. That's not bad. I'm not racing because it's not a challenge. I'm just sewing at my own speed. It's about 1.5 hours per bag. It's not so bad, really. But I've also got 2 empty ones. So tomorrow I will be doing the make the swapsy stuff. So that's good. Ow, stop it. So I'm going to go. But thank you all for joining me for this. I'm going to go eat, meal prep, and then hopefully come back, watch some TV, and make the other 2 bags. Because the Jack Skellington one will also sell. And then the Disney Villains one probably won't. Not as popular, but that's alright. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye! Ah! Push the button.